Merry Christmas, everyone. I know this is late, but let's keep it real. Christmas is a made holiday anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Sorry about my voice because I'm kind of sick right now. And I celebrated Christmas on Sunday, so I got everything out the way. But I'm really, really excited because my gift is so awesome. So it's this little clutch purse. It has like leather around it, but it's an insulated clutch purse because it's for a wine bottle. As you can see, this is like so awesome. And then I got a little wine stopper with it, so I think that is adorable. And then on the side little pouch of it, if I get it out, I call this my little weapon. But this is to open your wine bottle. So this is kind of like the more, they have the other ones that have like the little where you twist it and you have to push the little things down. Those are a little bit more easier because they're a little bit more I guess you call them baby proof. This one is a little bit more of not as baby proof. I can't find the right words for it, but you know what I mean. But I really, really like this because if you see, everything's insulated. And this is a good idea to use for the movies. So if you're going to the movies and if you're like me, you don't want to pay for that shit unless somebody else paying for it, then hey, everything's cool. But if you're like me, you want to put your shit in here. Like all your cold drinks, get your little bottle, whatever from the dollar store, whatever you need. Put it in here and you good to go. Have somebody else have another little backpack or whatever. Put the snacks in there. And I tried to do that with my little cousins, but them little hoes, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But them little children, like, god damn. I mean, they don't work. So, and they have money to spend. So they was like, oh. I literally took them to the dollar store like, hey, y'all need to get everything y'all need from here so we don't have to purchase anything from the movie theater. Just pay for your ticket and go on because, you know, they want to be independent grown. Whatever. I don't care. You know what these little chicks did? They purchased their crap from the dollar store. Then we went to the movies. After they ate all the stuff in the dollar store, they went and purchased more stuff in the movie theater. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand at all. Y'all spent $1 on the same candy at the movie store for $5. And I'm like, y'all could have just bought more of the same stuff at the dollar store. But it's okay. They did what they did. But yes, so that was my gift. I think I might have another gift, but I don't know. I haven't been back over to my family's house or where we had Christmas yet. I know my older cousin, she has a gift for me. I haven't been on there because I got sick that Christmas night. So I'm still getting over it and trying not to make it worse. I'm taking a lot of medication so it doesn't get worse. But Christmas, that Sunday, which was our Christmas, it was pretty big. My little cousin who's 6, it was her Christmas. All she got was L.o.l. I got her like 10 things from L.o.l. Her grandmother got her like, I want to say maybe 4 things from L.o.l, but they were the bigger things. She got her the house, the L.o.l Pearl Surprise, and I think it might be an L.o.l Deluxe Surprise. I guess that's what it is. It's the $80 one. And then she got her another little thing from L.o.l that's about $25. I forgot what it is, but if you shopping for L.o.l and I'm dropping these prices, you know exactly what they are because they're all pretty much the same price everywhere you go. So she got that. Then she got 3 dolls from DC Marvel. So she got Wonder Woman, she got Batgirl, and I forgot the other one. Then she got like 5 pair of clothes. Then my other aunt got her, I want to say 2 things from L.o.l. So she got like a lot of stuff. But now she's playing with the little baby that poops and that you have to dress. So, but she's 6, whatever. Her, as of right now, her name is still Mariah Carey. I'm like, you go ahead, girl. So Christmas was pretty good. Then I bought my other cousins who are a little bit older. I bought them like 2 outfits, and they got jackets from me. Then my other aunt, who was their aunt as well, was more like their great aunt, I guess you could say. She got them accessories. One got a watch, one got a bracelet. So yeah, Christmas was pretty good. There was a lot of presents that got passed around. And we only did Christmas early because the family members' house that we have Christmas at, they work on call a lot, so they actually got called in on Christmas Day. So it was just best to go ahead and do it on the day that they were already off. So we try to rotate houses, but it doesn't really happen because now that everybody's older, we pretty much just have it at one house. When I was younger, we used to have it everywhere, but things have changed. Now we just have it at one house. So it is what it is. But while I was there, I was watching the famous Netflix movie, which is Birdbox. Now, mind you, I didn't watch the whole thing. I don't plan on watching the whole thing because those are not my type of movies, but it was interesting to see it. I was watching it with another older cousin. I have a lot of cousins. And she just kept telling me, we had the caption on. You had to have the caption on because there were a lot of people in the room, and there was no way you were going to be able to hear everything they were saying. So even with the captions on, it was kind of hard to follow what they were saying. So everybody tried to be quiet. But my cousin that I was talking to, she just kept telling me, you have to listen to what they're saying. You have to listen to what they're saying. Watch what Sandra Bullock character was saying and everything like that. And she's like, it's something on the inside. It's something that's already on the inside. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? But basically what I got from this movie is, for one, I don't even know why they're trying. Like, y'all dying any goddamn way. But I came in on a part of the movie where they were out in the middle of the street and Sandra Bullock's character fell, and the woman that was going in the house with the rest of the members that were still surviving, she basically came out and helped her, but she heard her mother's voice and it made her get into a burning car. Then they came into the house, and the husband of that woman that got into the burning car, he's like, she hadn't spoken to her mother in years. She only went out there to get you. So now he is furious because he's felt like if she didn't go out there to get you, this wouldn't have happened to her. The base of what I got was basically it spoke to your most inner fear or whatever that was, and it was able to manipulate you and be able to do what you wanted to do. Now, as long as you had a blindfold on you, you weren't able to be susceptible to this. You could hear it, but as long as you couldn't see it, then you were good. So it made me think like, damn, we're pretty much like that in real life. Well, all the shit that we see is just kind of like we believe it and makes us do whatever we want to do. But if you don't have sight, then you have to rely on your other senses. Hence to why when they eventually got to where they were going, they were in a house full of blind people. But I'm just thinking throughout, wait a minute, as soon as they get to the blind house, that spirit or that chemical warfare, because I was told it was a chemical warfare by the government, so I'm like, okay, that's a whole nother thing. So it just made me kind of question, like, wait a minute. So it followed them to the house. It knew where to go to follow them, but once they get into the house, it doesn't follow them anymore. And if you notice, the house itself it's open. The top part of the house is open because once you go in, you still see the sunlight. So I'm like, what is stopping the monster there from flying in and still attacking all those people? Because even though you can't see it, you can still hear it. So there was just a lot of questions with that. So if you want to go ahead and watch it, you can go ahead and watch it. But for me, I'm just like, this is a bunch of bullshit. Like, are y'all serious? I mean, but it was really, really interesting to watch. I also read an article about that. I forgot the writer's name, but you can actually Google it. It'll come up on the search, where the guy was talking about how Birdbox is really about racism. And I'm all for exposing that. I'm all for seeing how some movies are really dog whistles. Like, I didn't even think about it because I've been stopped watching The Simpsons, because The Simpsons is about as old as me. Where The Simpsons, those characters are actually the black people. And I'm like, wait a minute, are you serious? Like, if you notice Lisa's hair, if you notice Marge's hair, and Lisa plays jazz, and Bart is the badass child, and whenever they show a badass child, they always show the black child, and Homer's just this dumb, fat slob that doesn't do anything. And if you notice who his boss is and how his boss acts. And then I don't watch The Walking Dead, but I was told the zombies are actually black people in The Walking Dead. And I'm just like, well. But I never would have caught that anyway because I didn't watch it. But yeah, if you want to read the article, you can. But he was basically saying how the Birdbox is basically racism and how white people don't want to notice the racism. But I'm just like, so if the monster is the racism, what does that say about the people who are susceptible with the violence? Because if you watch Birdbox, they were people who were not hypnotized, basically, transformed into suicidal thoughts or killing themselves. They were open to it. They loved it. So I'm like, well, what does that say about those people? Like, I don't get it. There was just like, he still leaves me with questions. But I did notice how D-Rail's character and the black guy's the other black guy, I believe his name is Shavanti, he was in Moonlight. I just like how they did not last in the movie. That was so nice. Like, D-Rail sacrificed himself, which really didn't make sense to sacrifice himself at all. Because if you were watching a movie, they were in the kitchen. So you could have used any weapon in the damn kitchen to close the door. But no, he decided to sacrifice himself. And it made me question, well, when he sacrificed himself, he gets killed. But when the crazy white dude that wanted to kill Sandra Bullock's character, he get left in the garage, and the garage doors get open because they left in the nutcase and all, because the nutcase was crying. And then even with that, when the nutcase came in crying and he told you the story he told you, nobody questioned, well, what happened with you? How did you get away? How did you survive? What happened with you? The only one that questioned him was the man that was mad at Sandra Bullock's character. But the nutcase left the garage door open, and I forgot the man who's playing that character, but I call him the angry one because he's mad at Sandra Bullock's character. He lets up the garage, and he's freaking out because now he's going out into the sunlight where everything's around them, but I don't know if any people are still alive. Well, he actually makes it back into the house to shoot at the nutcase, but the nutcase eventually kills him. So I'm just trying to figure out, how does D-Rail character end up getting killed? But the angry white dude, he comes back alive, and he was pushed out into the street. But anyways, and then towards the end, the other black guy's character, I believe, I don't want to say his name wrong, but the one that played in Moonlight, he ends up killing himself because he had to look into the light to save the other character, to save Sandra Bullock's character and the two children, because he fell in love with her because they were only two people that were near each other. And I'm just like, how convenient is that? The only two black people in the movie, and they still die. And I'm still trying to figure out how Machine Gun Kelly got into this. Like, really. Like, this movie is $19.8 million. That was the budget. So this is almost a $20 million budget movie. How the hell did he get in this? That speaks volumes. So that ought to let you know what Netflix is really doing. Because I also read another article where Disney is actually going to take away all Disney movies from Netflix, because they're actually going to be starting their own streaming service, which is going to be great for them because it's Disney. Everybody's going to watch Disney. So if you started to notice, Disney is coming out with their Netflix is coming out with their own line of movies somewhat similar to what Disney is doing. So, you know, Disney has The Little Mermaid. If you notice, Netflix has their own version of The Little Mermaid. Just like Netflix has their own version of Sabrina, which is not Disney, but I thought I'd just point that out. But it's a little bit more darker, so I started watching it, but I didn't finish it because I was like, I don't like the original one, so it is what it is. But yeah, Birdbox is not really my thing. I mean, it's a great production. It's cool for what it is. I don't really expect much from this. This is not a movie I expect much from. I take movies for what they're worth. If I like them, I like them. If I don't, I don't. I'm not the type of person like, oh, this is the best movie ever, you just have to see it. I'm not like that. I'm more so like that with documentaries, because they actually teach you about history and everything like that. So I'm like, yeah, this documentary you really need to see because you're able to learn something from it. So, but that's just me. So if you want to see it, go ahead and see it. Not my type of movies, but it was interesting to watch. One other series, really, that's on Netflix you should check out is called The Protector. It somewhat reminds me a little bit of Assassin's Creed. I've never watched Assassin's Creed, but just by the pictures of it, it reminds me of that. So you should really check that out. But that is pretty much all I got to say. So until next time, see ya.